I was called a fool, a slow child, a failure. Teachers looked at me with pity. My own father wondered if something was broken inside my head. At 4 years old, I still could not speak properly. The doctors shook their heads. Everyone agreed, this boy will never amount to anything. And yet, here I am, speaking to you tonight. I tell you this not to boast, but to ask you a question. How many times in your life have others told you who you are? How many times have you believed them? And how many of those beliefs were never truly yours to begin with? Take a breath. There is no hurry. Tonight we are simply sitting together. Two souls who have lived long enough to know that the world's judgments mean very little in the end. What matters is something quieter, something that lives deep inside you, waiting to be heard. I spent my life studying the universe, the stars, the light, the bending of space and time. But the greatest mystery I ever encountered was not out there among the galaxies. It was in here, inside the human heart, inside that small, stubborn voice that refuses to be silenced, no matter how many people tell it to be quiet. That voice lives in you too, and tonight I want to help you hear it again. Outside my window, the evening sky is deepening into blue. The first stars are appearing, one by one, like old friends returning home. I have spent countless nights watching those stars, not calculating, simply feeling how vast and how tender this universe is. And in that vastness, how precious your life is. Let me tell you more about that slow, strange child I once was. What no one understood was that my mind was not empty during those silent years. It was overflowing. I was watching. I was wondering. I was asking questions that I did not yet have words for. The world wanted me to speak faster, think faster, be like everyone else. But something inside me refused, not out of stubbornness, but out of a deeper knowing. A knowing that my path was my own, that my rhythm was different, and that different did not mean wrong. This is what I want to tell you tonight. You have spent 60 years or more living by other people's measurements, their expectations, their definitions of success and failure. But those measurements were never meant for you. Your soul cannot be measured by anyone else's ruler. I trusted my own curiosity when the whole world told me I was foolish. I followed questions that made no sense to anyone but me. I wandered down paths that seemed to lead nowhere, and those nowhere paths led me to everywhere that mattered. You have this same capacity. Perhaps you forgot. Perhaps life buried it under responsibilities and worries. But it is still there. Your inner knowing, your own quiet genius. It has been waiting for you all along. Trust it now. It is not too late. These years you are living now may be the perfect time to finally trust yourself completely. The fires of ambition have cooled. The desperate need to prove yourself is softened. What remains is clearer, purer, closer to truth. Do you know what I regret most? Not the experiments that failed, not the theories that were wrong. I regret the years I spent worrying about what others thought of me. Those were wasted years. Years I could have spent wondering instead of worrying. Do not make the same mistake. You have already spent enough time carrying the weight of other people's opinions. Now let me speak of the inner voice, that gentle whisper that knows things before you can explain them, that feeling in your chest that tells you yes or no before your mind has finished calculating. I took walks every single day, not for exercise. I walked to get quiet. I walked to escape the noise of the world and enter the silence, where real knowing lives. My greatest ideas never came from books or lectures. They came from those silent walks. They came when I stopped trying so hard and simply allowed myself to wonder. The universe speaks to those who learn to be still. It whispers its secrets to those who stop shouting long enough to listen. You can hear this whisper too, but most people have forgotten how. We fill every moment with noise, with worry. We are afraid of silence because silence forces us to meet ourselves. But I promise you this, what waits for you in that silence is not something to fear. What waits is your own wisdom, the part of you that has always known what truly matters, even when you pretended not to hear. Find silence each day, even 5 minutes. Sit by a window, watch the light move across the floor. In that quietness, something will begin to stir, something ancient and wise, something that is entirely yours. I remember one evening, many years ago, sitting alone by a lake. The water was perfectly still. The sky was turning orange and pink. And in that moment, I understood something that no equation could ever capture. I understood that I was part of something infinite, that my small life was connected to everything that ever was and ever will be. That feeling never left me. It is available to you too, whenever you are quiet enough to receive it. Now I want to speak about freedom. Not freedom from external change. I mean the freedom of the mind. The freedom to think your own thoughts. To live by your own understanding rather than borrowed beliefs. The world is full of people who will tell you what to think, what to believe, what to fear. They speak with such confidence that you might believe they have discovered some truth you have missed. But I will tell you a secret. Most of them are just as lost as anyone else. They are simply louder about their lostness. True freedom begins when you realize that you do not need anyone else's permission to think your own thoughts. You do not need validation to trust your own experience. I spent my life questioning what everyone else accepted as true, and I discovered that most of what people call knowledge is simply habit, simply ideas passed down so long that no one remembers to question them anymore. Question everything, not with anger, but with genuine curiosity, with the innocent wonder of a child. who has not yet learned that some questions are not supposed to be asked. That wonder is still alive in you. It does not die with age. If anything, it grows stronger when we finally give ourselves permission to follow it. Think of a river. It does not ask permission to flow. It simply moves according to its own nature, finding its way around obstacles, carving its own path. Your mind can be like that river. Your life can be like that river, flowing freely according to your own deepest nature. Now let me offer you some simple advice. Just the simple things I have learned from living a long life full of mistakes and wonders. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your life is not a competition. The person you are now is exactly who you need to be. I wasted years comparing myself to other scientists. It brought me nothing but unhappiness. The moment I stopped comparing and started simply doing what fascinated me, everything changed. Be gentle with yourself. You have been your own harshest critic for too long. Today, speak to yourself as you would speak to a dear old friend. With patience, with compassion, let go of old regrets. They are stones you have been carrying for too long. Set them down. What happened has happened. What matters now is how you live this moment, this breath. Worry less about tomorrow. Most of what we worry about never happens. You have survived everything that has happened to you so far. That is remarkable. Trust that you will survive what comes next. And above all, remember this: you are enough, exactly as you are. You do not need to accomplish anything more. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. You have already mattered more than you can imagine. Our time together is coming to an end. The stars outside my window are fully bright, now scattered across the darkness like diamonds, each one burning with its own light, not competing with the others, simply being what it is. You are like those stars. You have your own light. It has been shining all along, even when you could not see it. Even when clouds covered the sky, your light is still burning. It will burn until your last breath, and perhaps beyond. Take one more breath with me now. Feel the air fill your chest. Feel your body relax. Feel the weight of the day begin to lift from your shoulders. You have done enough today. You have been enough today. Tomorrow the sun will rise again. The birds will sing, and you will have another chance to live. Another chance to wonder. Another chance to trust yourself. Hear your inner voice and let your mind be free. Go gently into whatever comes next. Trust yourself. Listen deeply. Be free. And know that somewhere in some corner of this mysterious universe, there is an old physicist who believes in you completely. Your heart knows the way. Follow it. May your days be filled with quiet wonder. May your nights be filled with peaceful rest. And may you always remember that you are made of the same stuff as stars, and you are just as luminous, just as necessary, just as eternal. Good night, my friend. Sleep well, and tomorrow, shine.